For us, we have had some and been aware of issues with various families who we see that the experiences they have, I think, would be much better if they had had a class of this nature. And so it's very important to us to promote the concept of having mentoring, because we didn't have this type of a opportunity when we were young. And we find that, you know, it's not like having another set of parents, but what we want to do is to make ourselves available as somebody who's been down the road for 47 years together, as it turns out, and have been through a lot of strains and struggles. And if we can make that easier for them, we want to do that.
I'm gonna give just real quick little thoughts about what healthy sexuality is not. Healthy sexuality is not about size, not about the size of anything. It's not about your hand size. It's not about your foot size. It's not about how tall you are. It's not about the size of your genitalia. It's just not. Healthy sexuality is not about mechanics. It is helpful to have a working knowledge of the male and female anatomy. It's helpful to know what to do and when, or what not to do and when, but it's not about mechanics. And one of the myths that I grew up with, I don't know if this was ever really stated explicitly or not, but is that when you get married, you just ought to be able to know what to do. You ought to be able, it ought to come naturally to you, and that's a myth.
Well, most of the time we do meet as couple to couple and work through the information presented in class and the information that they are studying as a result of the class. And we encourage them to understand there is no topic, no question that they are barred from asking. We are there to be transparent for them and with them. And in so doing, I think they begin to understand that we are someone they can trust, and that we are, our job really as a mentor couple is to keep them pointed toward God. But sometimes there are questions that girls want to talk about separate and apart, so we will meet separately with the girl, and usually the mentor husband will meet with the guy, because they're both growing away from their single lives toward that union that will occur on their wedding day. So there are going to be issues that come up that they want to deal with. So we will set aside that individual time. But I would say by and large, most of the time we are together, two couples.